Hey everybody, Chris here. Dogecoin's facing a critical test. We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And we were live on Monday afternoon watching Doge hit support levels. And late last night, we saw a further dip with more liquidations. That's right. The long liquidations continue. The market makers still have control of this market. Sentiment is still down. A lot of bears out there testing critical support, Bitcoin and Doge. Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart. We're just over 16.5 cents. We did fail our upward sloping support line that we had here just a little bit, trying to recover over. We'll zoom in that a little bit, but I'm zoomed out. I'm going to start with the big picture here, that there's a setup that's happening here with Doge that we have seen before, and this was back here, right back here, after we saw a high in May, after the recovery from the Trump tariff scare, where Dogecoin dropped all the way down to 13 cents in April. Dogecoin went on a big recovery in May, and now what we are seeing here is that breakdown that we had in mid-June before coming back up late June into July. This breakdown looks very similar to the breakdown we had in June. And if this support line holds, if Doge can get back up over this line, we could see a similar recovery, and then maybe even a big run happening with Dogecoin, which of course is going to take good news coming back in. Right now, we don't have a lot of good news in the market. The government is still shut down, right? And although there's hints about some Doge things happening, which I'll talk about in a little bit, the sentiment is still low, and there's a lot of bears. I get it, right? But right now, we have no confirmation this is a bear market yet. And I'll show you that as well when we look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 104,300. Bitcoin has moved down below the bottom of my purple box for Bitcoin. So that is a bearish sign, yes. But again, also Bitcoin is back where it was here in June as well. And there is a somewhat similar structure in Bitcoin that we had back here in June as well. So could Bitcoin recover back up 107, 108, and then make a move back up to 116 and start taking out shorts? That's what we're looking for, right? But meanwhile, yesterday we had Bitcoin, ETH, and Doge with crypto liquidations topping $1 billion. There's another $600 million of liquidations that happened overnight as prices got even lower. Lark says, look, crypto bros, for being in crypto, we're just totally getting through this, and everybody else is freaking out, right? Is that what's happening? Are you one of those freaking out? Or are you we're just riding through this, right? We're riding through it. But yes, here's all of the liquidations, over $1.2 billion overall that we're looking at. Everything's red though. So it's not just Dogecoin. Bitcoin's down more. ETH is down more. Even Solana is just getting killed overnight, down over 8%. So Doge isn't faring too bad compared to some of these other cryptos overnight. We look at the Bitcoin weekly. Price is currently about $700 above the weekly 50 moving average. So we haven't hit that 50-week moving average yet. We're close, right? We were looking at 102.8, and it looks like that was a few days ago. Now it's come up just a little bit to about 103, and Bitcoin hasn't hit it yet. So this has held. This has held on the previous dips that we had mid-2024, and then, of course, April 2025. That 50-week moving average has held. So that is going to be that critical support. Here as well. Again, a view of the Bitcoin RSI not falling below 50 on this 2-week chart, which means that this could be a setup again for the next move up as we continue grinding up with Bitcoin. Again, another one. Is this the last chance for the bulls here? We have these higher lows, higher highs. Could we have yet another higher high? This is what most are talking about with Bitcoin going up to the 140, 150 level. Still can happen. This bull cycle in this 4-year cycle could be intact. As Washigoria says, I don't believe this cycle extends beyond the usual 4-year patterns. I'd be more than happy to be wrong on that one, though, because we've been talking about the possibility of extended cycles with quantitative easing, probably not starting until 2026, and this idea of the business cycle extending at least through March or April of 2026 could still lead to higher prices. We do have the CME gaps down here. There's one at 96. There's one here down at 93 that have not filled. And many think that those need to be filled again before prices go higher because we closed out these other ones, right? But there's still 2 down here that haven't filled. And for those that believe in these CME gaps filling, well, we will be watching that. So there's some negativity there. Gel just updated his Bitcoin bull market pullback percentages, and right now we're at about 18% pullback from the high at 126 down to 1036. That's an 18%. This cycle already we've had 32% pullbacks and a number of 22s and 20s, and this isn't even as bad. But yet everybody's freaking out, mostly because of the calendar, right? The end of the 4-year cycle. We're in November now. It could be over, but these are just percentage pullbacks in a bull cycle. We're not talking about the deeper ones, right? In the bear markets, 2022, or even back in 2018, where we had huge pullbacks in Bitcoin. No, we're talking about the ones in the bull markets. And this could be just another one of those. Trader Allen shows us a falling wedge on the Bitcoin chart with the stochastic RSI in the oversold range, meaning we could have, and this is just on the daily, looking back into the end of September, how Bitcoin has traded. So we could have a breakout out of that falling wedge. And looking at the squeeze in the Bollinger Bands, we talked about this yesterday. While we have on the weekly here, we have this sort of convergence down here in the RSI that could be pointing to this next pump for Doge. Every major Bitcoin rally began here, tight bands, fake out, and then an explosive upside. Bitcoin is at the tightest volatility point in history. This isn't noise. This is the calm before the chaos. So there is a setup here that is pointing to that going higher. What about Doge, right? Dogecoin faces critical test as long-term holders exit and technical signals turn bearish. There are a number of technical signals that are on the bearish side. And with yesterday, analysts saying key support was at 17 cents. Well, we did breach that, and we are now down in the 16s here, 16.5 cents. We have come down. And as we zoom in on the Dogecoin chart, we do look at Dogecoin fighting this upward sloping support line here right at 16.5 cents. We did have a dip down right close to 16, but didn't quite breach 16 cents itself. So we are fighting 16.5 for Dogecoin right now. We also have technical bounces. Analysts suggest stabilization above 16.5 is crucial for recovery. A daily close above 18 cents needed to counter the bearish momentum. So where is 18 cents? Well, that is the bottom of my purple box. So these levels are being talked about by others than just me. So 16.5, 18, that's the move in the more immediate we need to see. What's going to cause that move? Well, we need the U.S. government shutdown to end, right? And we need these ETFs, especially for Dogecoin. We need those to launch. So come on, politicians, open back the government up, because it's kind of weighing, this uncertainty in the U.S. government is kind of weighing over the entire crypto market structure, because crypto is a risk-on asset, and buyers aren't willing to buy into crypto right now because we need some confirmation of a more positive bias. The rate cut odds are inching back up. They were at 67 yesterday. They're now up to 72 for the December FOMC. So we're starting to see a little reversal there coming back up on the odds of a rate cut coming forward. We have Doge OS. Doge survived 10 years of being called a meme, but Doge, it's still here, still growing, still vibing. Doge OS is continuing to work on creating their app platform on the Dogecoin blockchain. Well, we also have the House of Doge continuing their partnerships. We're waiting for that next big thing that we'll see there. And we have Elon Musk. We have Elon Musk saying, look, it's time, right? It's time for Dogecoin as he revives an old promise, and that is a literal Dogecoin on the literal moon. This is huge news, and it was just like 2 words, right? It's time. That was it. So we are possibly going back to this excitement about SpaceX launching the Doge 1 satellite to the moon. Geometric hasn't given up, right? We saw that last month where the head of Geometric said, no, we're not giving up on this. In fact, we think we're going to do that next year. So 2026, that's coming. So by Elon saying it's time, maybe he's in talks again with Geometric about when that is going to happen. Very cool. And what could that spur? Like all these big things could spur that next move up for Dogecoin. Very similar, again, looking back at 2017. This 2017 cycle appears to be looking more and more of the current cycle now, not the 2021. The 2021 was crazy, right? All of that. Not only Elon saying, like, Doge going to the literal moon, but all the other stuff around Elon and Saturday Night Live and the Doge father and all of that. Totally overhyped. But now we're looking at a market structure for Doge that looks a little more solid. And what does this guy say? Well, this is Chris Pax. This is me, right? I posted this morning. What I'm seeing right now on the weekly chart is a hidden bullish divergence. We are seeing still higher lows, even though we've dipped right at that edge there, right? We're battling that 16.5 cents line. But we look at the stochastic RSI with it, and it's actually going down. That's right. We've actually have the stochastic RSI going down while we're seeing higher lows. That is a hidden bullish divergence. And the next move would be up on the stock RSI and prices. So that is the structure that I see. And overall, look, right, Dogecoin is still a top 10 crypto, by the way, right? Still there, right? We're still here, right? Now, Tron has flipped back Doge, so Tron is in 8th and Doge is in 9th, but still a top 10 crypto. And we talk about, like, where are you putting your money now? And are you going to go chasing meme tokens and try and make back money that you're losing, right? Sell something at a loss and then go chase some meme token that's going to go even further down? Or are you going to stick with something cool like Dogecoin, right? Because that's where it's going to come back to. I think it's going to come back to Doge. So we're battling support right now. We'll be watching how this goes forward. I will not have a live stream on Tuesday afternoon. I've got a work thing that I'm doing, but we'll be back live again Wednesday. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this critical level for Doge. Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.